Hi guys, Dom from Yamaha here, and I'm really happy to be here AC Hamilton today to show you our brand new synthesizer. This is the Yamaha MODX. And basically the MODX is a product that many people have been asking for. We have two synth engines in this synthesizer. We have the AWM2 engine that allows you to get this really fat analog style sounds, but also gives you access to Rhodes, pianos, acoustic instruments, guitars, strings, orchestral sounds, everything is in there. But we also have a proper FM synthesizer in there. We have the FMX engine, like with our flagship Montage, with 8 operators, total control of the engine, lots of real-time control of the parameters of the FMX engine. Super powerful. And of course you can combine those two engines together to get some really nice evolving sounds, huge sounds. Now, what's special about this is that all this comes in a very portable keyboard. We have the MODX, which is 61 keys. It's very compact, super light. You can literally lift it with one hand. And this is great if you are traveling a lot or if you have a very tight studio space. It will give you all the options, all the FMX sounds, the FMX features, and of course the AWM2 sounds. Then we have another model, we have the MODX 7, which has 76 keys, exactly the same thing, but it gives you a little bit more range. So if you're a keyboard player or an organ player and you want the extended range, that's the keyboard for you. And last but not least, we have the MODX 8 that has 88 fully weighted keys, great for pianists. If you want to have this really nice piano feel, this is a great keyboard. Now the great thing is that even though this is a fully weighted 88 key keyboard, it's still very light for what it is. So you can gig with it, no problem. So without any further ado, let me show you some of the FMX sounds. These are 100% FM sounds, no samples are used, and they sound really lush. Check it out. The classic FM EP sounds. Moving on to some AWM2 sounds. The MODX is an extremely powerful synthesizer. We have 192 notes of total polyphony in there, so that means you can create those really big layered sounds like this one. Or some really nice expressive cinematic sounds. We also have a vast number of DSP effects, so you get your really high quality reverbs, choruses, delays, compressors, the VCM effects, the VCM compressor and the VCM EQ, really powerful effects. But we also have some very nice experimental effects like this one, this paralyzer. Another very cool feature is the sidechain feature, which allows you to basically sidechain any internal sound with another sound, or you can sidechain the sound from the MODX with the A to D input. So basically, if you have a loop or a drum feed going into the MODX, you can sidechain it to that loop, which means you can control filters, volume, anything you want basically. Let me give you an example. With this sound, the kick drum sidechains the filters. The MODX is a very expandable platform, which means you can load your own waveforms into the instrument straight away. We have a built-in flash ROM, 1 GB flash ROM, which means that you can load sounds immediately when you get the instrument, but you can also load third-party libraries, free libraries that are already available for the MODX, and third-party libraries that might be paid from a different developer. Let me show you a free library that's available to all users, and this is a CS80 library. It's incredible. They sampled a real CS80, and of course you can load it straight away on the MODX as it's completely free. Let me show you how good it sounds. speaking of expandability, the MODX is fully compatible with SoundMondo, our social sound sharing service. Basically what you can do is you can go to SoundMondo, connect your MODX, and instantly upload your sounds into the cloud so you can build your own library. But another cool thing is that you can download other user sounds. So basically you can get inspiration by so many people. There are tons of sounds in SoundMondo, and maybe you will be able to find a sound that you've been looking for a specific song or for a specific track. You might be able to find something like that in there. There are thousands of sounds, so if you have a MODX, it's completely free to use SoundMondo, so you get a lot of more sounds right there. The MODX is also compatible with voice and performances from the Motif XF and XS, which means that if you have a Motif and you want to get all the sounds into the MODX, it's fully compatible. What's even cooler is that you can also load legacy DX7 sounds and TX sounds into the MODX with our free FM converter, which means you can go online, get the sound banks, and immediately load the sounds on the MODX. Here I have a sound from DX7 sound bank, so let me play it for you. But of course, when you load the sounds inside the MODX, you have all the controls from the FMX engine. We can use a super knob to control our operators, our levels, our skirt, our frequencies, so you can actually make those sounds modern now. Like this is another very typical sound. Marimba sound from the DX7, very, very popular sound. Now, of course, if you have a MODX, that means you can use this as a centerpiece of your studio, as we have a built-in 2-in, 10-out audio interface. Not only that, but you can use it as an audio interface for your iPad and your iPhone. So there's no setup required. You can immediately hook it up to your iPad and use Cubases and record the sound straight into Cubases or GarageBand, whatever you want to use. This is zero setup, just one single cable. Very, very cool. Of course, one of the main things, except for the sound, is the fact that with the MODX you have total control, real-time control of both engines. So we have the super knob that can control up to 128 parameters at once, which means that you can start from a sound, then morph to a completely different sound, then morph to another sound, and in the meantime have filters change, have effects change, have all these things completely be controlled by the super knob. We also have 4 sliders and 4 encoders, and of course our assignable buttons right here, mod wheel and pitch bend. Of course, this is all standard. So let me play a sound for you that shows you what the super knob can do. To the sound, I can introduce different elements. It's really, really powerful. A feature requested by many users was an easy way to add a drum pattern into an existing sound. So let's say I have a sound like this. And I want to add a drum pattern to see how it works with my sound. Well, now it's extremely easy because we have a dedicated rhythm pattern button right here. So all I need to do is just press the button, and then I have a selection of drum kits, grooves that I can just scroll, select the one that I need, and just start playing. That's great because you already have the arpeggios there, 8 arpeggios laid out for you, so you can immediately add a groove to a sound. What's even cooler for me is that you can even add an envelope follower to that sound. Now, what's the envelope follower? The envelope follower basically is a feature on the MODX that allows you to take audio, any audio, internal or from the AD input, and basically turn it into controller data, which means I can have a drum loop and it can control the way that the filter opens, or the way that an effect works, or volume, or it can control the pitch. It's really, really versatile, and it gives you this kind of third dimension to the sound. It makes it move, it makes it groove to your drum loops. So what I'm gonna do right now is add an envelope follower. All I need to do is press this button right here, and it's already there. So I can select volume, I can select cutoff for my filters. Let's add cutoff, and I will show you how it sounds with and without it. So that's without. You can get some really crazy things with the envelope follower if you want to go down that road. Now, the great thing is you can add the rhythm pattern very, very easily, and the envelope follower is also one click away. So it's very easy. You don't have to dig into the menus. You can really do it in real time while you're performing. Very, very cool feature. So there you go. This is our brand new synthesizer from Yamaha. We have the MODX 6, compact, very lightweight. The MODX 7, 76 keys, a little bit more range, and the MODX 8, great for piano players. They're all super light, and they're also very affordable. Before I leave you, I want to play you one more sound, which is a purely 100% FMX engine sound, so no samples. Even the drums, the kick drum is created using the FMX engine. It uses only 2 parts, but I want to show you how easily you can control the FMX engine using the controllers, and how many different textures and sounds you can get out of it. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.